Are you serious? Are you serious? I hope you guys can hear me good. I'm hoping that the microphone's working okay. But yeah, that's right. What you're seeing, that's actually the thoughts that I'm thinking. Yeah, President Donald Trump is said he's very interested in what went on in Roswell. He was finally given a briefing of what went on in 1947 in Roswell. He's extremely interested not only with what went on in 1947, but apparently the President of the United States is what's the word? Very interested, he said, in what continues to go on at Area 51. Are you serious? Are you serious? Take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. Well, anyway, we've got some very interesting information to share with you here on this, on the Trump reaction, as he's been briefed now. And matter of fact, there's more reports. The pressure is building as the United States Congress wants the Pentagon and the intelligence community to really start to share some information about UFOs. It's really starting to pick up. I think this is part of the soft disclosure. This might be part of the grand plan, as we've talked about many times, and this is another reason why we're doing the aliens, AI, and the Antichrist webinar that you certainly want to get your ticket for, because Steve Quayle is going to be speaking in that along with L.A. Marzulli, who's amazing on it, and Steve Quayle is incredible on it. Those two are the leading pioneers on the UFO phenomenon, and the especially when you start talking about Genesis 6 and Nephilims and Rephaims and the giants that once were on the land. But what about the alien UFO? I mean, L.A. Marzulli's really been all over that. Then you start talking about Russ Dizdar. So I'm going to share more about that. Russ Dizdar, of course, really looks into this thing from a demonic standpoint. But let me first put a shout out right now to noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. A lot of folks, a lot of people have lost some hope, and there's a lot of despair going around and a few sleepless nights with the stock market returning a minus 10% so far this year. But gold is up by 15%. So are you serious? That's a 25% difference, guys, in where your money value could have done if you had your 401k in a gold IRA. Matter of fact, it's probably something you've never considered before, the way you've never considered doing a Zoom or a doom, gloom, a typhoon, or any other blood moon call on Zoom, or wearing a mask in public. But all these things seem normal now, don't they? So maybe you should invest in precious metals. Can you guys hear me okay? Gold, silver, palladium, platinum have proven to be safe haven instruments. It is the only investment with appreciating value during this economic collapse. And if you're interested in securing your wealth, call noblegoldinvestments.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestments.com at 877 646 5347. That's 877 646 5347. Let Colin Plume or one of his associates help you. Thank you so much, Byron. Let them help you with your financial needs. Okay, guys, so here's the deal. Trump, here's my cat over here. Trump continues to try to figure out what in the world's going on as it relates to Roswell and Area 51, okay? And so I've got some information on this. I'd like to share it with you today because this is some, again, interesting, very interesting information coming from the White House. But according to reports, President Trump says he's heard some very interesting things about Roswell. And it's, of course, we know Roswell is the site of the alleged UFO event back in 1947. Now, the president was asked by his eldest son, Donnie Jr., whether he would declassify the information about the New Mexico location. And the president said he heard some very interesting things about Roswell, but he's not sharing even with his eldest son, Donnie Jr. Trump made the comments Thursday, and one of the things he did, he said, was he talked to his son, Donnie Trump Jr., but the president said, no, look, I'm not ready to divulge any more information about Roswell yet in New Mexico because of the situation that he knew. In other words, there's some pertinent information he's not ready to divulge. What does that mean? And Trump responded, I don't want to talk to anyone about it. It is very interesting, but I'm not ready to talk to anybody about it. Do I have a black eye? Someone just asked. No, I really don't, but I do. I do have an eye that's, when I had that, I suffered a stroke back in December, a mild stroke, in which it destroyed 47% of my vision in my left eye, because the stroke hit the optic nerve in my left eye. And so the bright lights, even here in my office, hurt that eye. So I apologize for wearing the shades. But thank you for asking, and your prayers would be appreciated. Thank you. A lot of people like to give me a black eye, I would say, but no, I don't have one, okay? So thank you, though, for asking. Trump responded, I don't want to talk to anybody about this. I don't want to talk about what I know about Roswell. But he said it is very interesting. But I can't share it yet. I don't want to divulge it yet. And in 1947, we all know a rancher discovered an unidentifiable debris in the sheep pasture outside of Roswell. Air Force officials said it was a crashed weather balloon, but skeptics questioned whether it was in fact an extraterrestrial flying saucer. What? Phone home, E.T., phone home! Anyway, decades later, the United States military acknowledged the debris was related to a top-secret atomic project. Still, the UFO theory has never gone away because people are still not sure they believe that. Matter of fact, the president now says, after being debriefed on the 1947 situation, he said, I can say there's some very interesting things that happened in 1947 over at Roswell. I'm still not ready to divulge the information yet, so he is not declassifying it. But he said, but that is very interesting. Not only what happened then, but what's happening there now. What's that mean? People are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly, he said, but you don't know. You never know. And after he said these things about Roswell, his son is saying, Dad, go ahead and declassify the information. Well, I have to think about that, Trump said. I'll get back to you later. All right. So anyway, we're going to be having this. Here's one of the things. We're going to be having the aliens, AI, and the Antichrist conference, a webinar. Aliens, AI, and the Antichrist. So we're going to talk about the deception. We're going to truly reveal a lot of this deception, the strong delusion the Bible talks about when the Antichrist comes. How that there's going to be a lot of a real disinformation, a lot of Project Bluebeam possibility, or other holograms and different types of strong delusion. But it's not just technology that can be used during a time. There's also some things that are unexplained, and we do have to answer these. What are these crafts? Now, the Bible does talk about a lot of strange beasts. The satire, half man, half goat, that's in the Bible. They were here. And if they were here once, can they be here again, or are they still here? And what about Leviathan, the serpent of the sea? Massive monster of the sea. The Bible talks about it all over the scriptures. Job describes it. God describes it to Job in detail. And what about the Nephilims? the Rephaims, the giants of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Jebusites, the Moabites, the Amalekites, the Amaleks, the Termites, the Parasites, and all the other ites. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the Bible. Beast. These beasts in the end that will kill people. What is that? So we got a lot of stuff to look at here that is unexplained. What about the wheel inside of a wheel? What about the chariots of burning and fire, or the locusts with golden helmets and iron and breastplates of iron? What is all this technology that has? And if you go back and look at some of the extra biblical scriptures, like the book of Enoch, and look at the Apocrypha, and read some of the other ancient texts, like the Sumerian texts, or some of that other, the Mayans, the Peruvians, and some of the others, and ancient pharaohs, the hieroglyphics. Do we really know just how much technology is out there? And remember, God created everything, including the ability to use technology. So I don't know what all we know. I don't know we know what all we know, or do we know what we think we know? So we're going to be doing this. I know Satan wants to use a lot of deception. He wants to confuse people and turn people to him, to worship the beast instead of worship Christ. So what I want you to understand is, I want you to do is, today would be a great day to do this, is go to my website right now and get your ticket for Aliens, AI, and the Antichrist, okay? Aliens, AI, and the Antichrist, and get your ticket now purchased, so you'll be able to watch it on demand on the webinar on July 17th and 18th. And oh, by the way, for some of those of you who missed Megaquake webinar but would like to get a copy of the entire 9 hours, 8 DVDs, beautifully prepared prophetically for you, with some of the best speakers ever on this subject: Cascadia Subduction Zone, the great Steve Quayle; John Moore on pole shifts and the seas rising; Gil Brazard, the expert on Planet X. This was the best presentation he ever did. Brock Begley produced this entire webinar with all the graphics and PowerPoints by each speaker that he submitted. Bishop Larry Ragland's great message on the unshakable kingdom. Clyde Lewis giving you the history of Planet X, Nibiru, planet number 9, from the Mayan Indians to the Peruvians to the Incas, the Aztecs, to North American Indians, to the pharaohs of Egypt, to the Torah in the Bible, all of it about Planet X, Nibiru, planet number 9. Also, Heidi Begley and the Little Green File, revealing what the 4 NASA scientists had put on the Little Green File to be revealed about the coming Jupiter collision and all the other things. And then there's Mike from around the world with his intelligence information that he shared with us that he does not and cannot share on YouTube, but we could do it for a private webinar that we can make available. And then, of course, myself tying it all together with the biblical scriptures throughout the Bible to help you understand the time we're living in now. This is Megaquake 2020. You need to get a copy of it right now, or get the Blood Moons and Prophetic Signs. This is available right now at my website as well. Get those, guys. Those are great DVDs. But I want you to sign up for Aliens, AI, and the Antichrist. I want you to do it because I want to be able to send your promo code to you early so that you'll have it, so you'll be ready for one of the greatest conferences ever. Listen, Steve Quayle is speaking in this conference on aliens. L.A. Marzulli is going to give 2 presentations on the Nephilims and the Seed War. That's going to be great. Russ Dizdar, an expert in demonology, will explain to you the demonic deception of the Antichrist. You've never heard anything like this. It will raise the hair on the back of your head. What's going to do to you? Rex Bear, an expert on AI technology, 5G. He's going to do it on AI and 5G and biometric technology of the last days. Incredible information he will have. Also, Pastor Mark Biltz is going to be teaching on the decoding the Antichrist. That is an incredible presentation on decoding the Antichrist and tying it to AI technology. Mike from around the world is going to touch on aliens, that he has never revealed before in public, AI technology, latest info from the government, and the Antichrist, how that ties in together for the strong delusion of the last days. Unbelievable. My son, Bart Begley, a 90-minute film that takes us with all the news accounts of breakthroughs of alien encounters, AI technology, and the coming Antichrist. A 90-minute movie will be his presentation as well. And then I will tie it all together with an apocalyptic message of the last days and the rise of the Antichrist beast, using all three of these categories to deceive the masses. This is going to be the greatest conference ever on these subjects: AIs, aliens, AI, and the Antichrist. I'm going to put the link below. Please get yours ordered now. Don't miss this great event. God bless all of you. I love you guys. I'll be back with more breaking news as it comes available. It's a very busy Saturday afternoon, actually, and this being the Sabbath. But I had to get some of this information out there to you as it is coming and it's pressing as these unbelievable events going on. And I'm not even talking about COVID. I didn't even tell you that the EU has stopped all travel for U.S. and Israel. The EU will not let planes fly in from the United States or Israel because of COVID. And Israel don't already have any COVID. This is actually an attack on us over us putting sanctions on China. We're now being punished by the European Union. Guys, with in 6 different wars going on in the Middle East right now, all around Israel, do you see what's going on? The globalists want to remove President Trump from office. The globalists, the beast kingdom, the mark of the beast, they are dying to get this guy out of the way so that they can move America into a global economy, into a global beast kingdom. It's down to just us and Israel, which is exactly what I told you was coming. And the Bible says it. And they're going to use aliens and deception to bring about the Antichrist. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming soon. He's coming soon. Are you serious? You better be rapture ready, because you do not, and I repeat, you do not want to be left behind to face the wrath of God.